So I'm Pamela Thomas. I'm here today, obviously, for a voice for my brother James Cameron. He was 41 when he passed away.
On the death certificate,
Yeah,
what was your brother's death doing to?
SARS-CoV.
That's what they put on the death
That's on
certificate. Right.
I'd phoned by, I think it was about 8 o'clock or something on the Monday night. I phoned the hospital and I said to them, if you gave my brother anything to make him sleepy, because they told me that if he gets tired, then they were going to ventilate him. And I says, you're not ventilating him, I don't want him ventilated. But I, stupidly, and this has to live with me for the rest of my life, I stupidly told the nurses on that phone that he sent me a picture of his monitor. I told them that.
Why do you feel guilty for that? Why do you feel stupid for telling them that?
Because that's the night they ventilated him.
So you felt that they put him on the ventilator because they were giving it.
Because he was giving it information.
But what gave her the permission to do that?
Oh, she reckons that my brother gave consent. But what I can tell you and what I have evidence of is signatures that do not match. And they're not my brother's signature.
Nobody was surviving with that midazolam and morphine in them as far as I'm aware.
Well, that's what they say standard care is when you're on a ventilator. I'm not a doctor, but they say that's standard to be given at 10:47 that morning. He phoned me and he says to me, Pamela, you alone, Pamela? Are you alone, Pamela? And I says to him, just fucking tell me. I says, just fucking tell me. I'm really sorry, Pamela. James had a cardiac arrest. And James is gone. James was gone. And that's the first time I've ever heard my dad cry.
Do you think that they could have saved your brother?
Absolutely. I believe the hospital protocols covered my brother. My brother had umpteen infections, and each one of them. How can they say my brother died of COVID? How can they say that when he had all these other infections?
It doesn't. There's so many red flags with this story.
I took photographs of my brother in his coffin. I pulled hair from his head because they refused to allow us to get a post-mortem. So that's the things, that's the lengths that I had to go to in the hope that one day I would be able to maybe try and get some.
They don't let you get a post-mortem?
No, they refused us.
Why?
I don't know, they won't answer that.
I'm probably going to guess that what's happened to your brother might have happened to a hell of a lot more
Absolutely.
people.
My brother's life was not for sale. There's not one brown penny that you couldn't put a price in his life. Blood, dirty money. I'm not going down a criminal or medical negligence.
Yeah.
I just want the truth. Our family want closure.